Maharaj Prthu completely dedicated himself to be an eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, transcendental to material nature. Consequently, all the fruits of his activities were dedicated to the Lord, and he always thought of himself as the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the proprietor of everything. The life and dedication of Maharaj Prthu in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead serve as a good example of calm yoga. The term calm yoga is often used in Bhagavad Gita, and herein Maharaj Prthu is giving a practical example of what calm yoga actually is. The first requirement for the proper execution of calm yoga is given herein. Phalam Brahmani Sanyasya, or Vinyasya. One must give the fruits of his activities to the Supreme Brahm, Parbrahm, Krishna. By doing so, one actually situates himself in the renounced order of life, sannyasa. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, giving up the fruits of one's activities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called sannyasa. To give up the results of all activities is called renunciation, tyaga, by the wise. And that state is called the renounced order of life, sannyasa, by great learned men. Although he was living as a householder, Prthu Maharaj was actually in the renounced order of life, sannyasa. This will be clearer in the following verses. The word nirvishanga, uncontaminated, is very significant because Maharaj Prthu was not attached to the results of his activities. In this material world, a person is always thinking of the proprietorship of everything he accumulates or works for. When the fruits of one's activities are rendered to the service of the Lord, one is actually practicing calm yoga. Anyone can practice calm yoga, but it is especially easy for the householder, who can install the deity of the Lord in the home and worship him according to the methods of bhakti yoga. This method includes 9 items: hearing, chanting, remembering, serving, worshipping the deity, praying, carrying out orders, serving Krishna as friend, and sacrificing everything for him. These methods of calm yoga and bhakti yoga are being broadcast all over the world by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone can learn these methods simply by following the examples of the members of the society. In one's home or in a temple, the deity is considered the proprietor of everything, and everyone is considered the deity's eternal servant. The Lord is transcendental, for he is not part of this material creation. The words prakrite param are used in this verse because everything within this material world is created by the external, material energy of the Lord, but the Lord himself is not a creation of this material energy. The Lord is the supreme superintendent of all material creations, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. This material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all the moving and unmoving beings, and by its rule this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. All material changes and material progress taking place by the wonderful interaction of matter are under the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Events in the material world are not taking place blindly. If one always remains a servant of Krishna and engages everything in his service, one is accepted as Jivan Mukta, a liberated soul, even during his lifetime within the material world. Generally, liberation takes place after one gives up this body, but one who lives according to the example of Prthu Maharaj is liberated even in this lifetime. In Krishna consciousness, the results of one's activities depend on the will of the Supreme Person. Indeed, in all cases, the result is not dependent on one's own personal dexterity, but is completely dependent on the will of the Supreme. This is the real significance of Phalam Brahmani Sanyasya. A soul dedicated to the service of the Lord should never think of himself as the personal proprietor or the superintendent. A dedicated devotee should prosecute his work according to the rules and regulations described in devotional service. The results of his activities are completely dependent on the supreme will of the Lord.